What's good, guys? Squad, it's your boy KDotDaGawd, and I am back from PAX East, and I want to talk to you guys about Sandland. But first off, this is my initial impressions. These thoughts can change when the full game comes out, and this is not a review. But with that being said, Sandland is a solo action RPG straight from the great mind of Akira Toriyama, and I know y'all know who that is. The creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and Dr. Slump. I want to tell you about Sandland. You're going to be stepping into the boots of my son Beelzebub, and let me tell you, he's the prince of all demons. Kind of sound like the Prince of all Saiyans. My boy Vegeta, shouts out to him. He in the back there just chilling. But you'll get a chance to ride around a variety of vehicles and use a bunch of different powers to take down all sorts of enemies, all sorts of caves, towns, etc. while you're playing Sandland. But like I just told you, I got back from PAX and I got to play an exclusive first look of Sandland. Not the demo, but an actual fun playthrough for about 15 to 30 minutes while I was at PAX. And big shouts out to Bandai and big shouts out to the staff at Sandland booth. I mess with y'all. I appreciate y'all because y'all allowed me to create content like this. Sandland's demo dropped on March 19th, and I'm pretty sure everybody who was into Sandland or who's into Dragon Ball Z gave it a chance, just like myself. Sandland is literally all about vehicles and fighting in and out of them while playing the main character Beelzebub. And he's leading his people, Thief and Sheriff, excuse me if I'm wrong, Rao, to explore the legendary world of Sandland. And at PAX, they let us walk into a replica of Beelzebub's tank, which I thought was so cool. It literally had Beelzebub outside the front of the tank, and you got the chance to just walk up into it to play on a PS5. And I hopped right into the game, and right as soon as you play the game, they give you an old dingy looking golf cart. And as you try to escape a massive sand monster called the Gaji Dragon, and it's the one you see in the trailer. And I was like, this is so dope. This is so cool. They get you right into the action, like you dive right into it. But then I was like, bro, how do I escape this dragon? Because it just goes underground and pops up randomly. But the pattern of attack, like after a while, you can kind of guess and kind of figure out where it's coming from, how it's going to attack you, etc., etc. And that was my little one gripe about the beginning of it, because the pattern of attacks needs some work. But overall, like I said, it was a pretty nice intro for the first 5 minutes of the playthrough. And I think it will keep a bunch of people engaged, and it will have people excited for the first few minutes. Apart from that, my time in the game was filled with driving, exploring, talking to NPCs, fighting dinosaurs and birds, and also random bandits, all in their own vehicles, all with their own equipment, all with their own different combos and attacks as they try to get you to stop going through a little home. Drove a Jeep to a town. I chatted with a dude, and I was pretty much told to go straight to this big archway, which has a little driveway. And it was kind of about, you know, maybe 10, 15 minutes away. It was a little drive away. But along the way, I saw dinosaurs roaming their little desert homes, each with their own level indicator and health bars. I found a cave with a chest inside and stole a bandit's round tank, and it's similar to the one that you're going to get in the demo, which I used to fight all the dinosaurs, all the bandits, all the birds, etc. I thought that was pretty cool because you're not on foot the whole time. They give you a variety of different vehicles, like the golf cart, the tank, even the I want to say the robot where you rock 'em, sock 'em kind of deal. But nonetheless, most of the enemies drop parts or items that went straight into my inventory, either boost my attack or the vehicle's attack, boost the health of me or the health of my vehicles, and other random items too. But I did say it was too bad that I couldn't do anything else with the vehicles besides the tank, because that was the only one you got to play at PAX East. Other than, in the demo where they gave you a variety of different vehicles, I think at PAX they were more so focused on the combos, more so focused on, the actual gameplay of the game, instead of giving you a demo where you just, roam around. It actually had like a straight path that you're supposed to take, people that you're supposed to fight, things that you're supposed to get, etc., etc. From what I do gather from the game, the main thing is going to be, customizing your vehicle, leveling up your character, and that's pretty much it. But when I asked the staff about this, they were like, nah, not really. It's so much more into the game, and there's so much more that you will have to explore, but you will only get a chance to when you play the full game, which makes, it leaves a mysterious, a matter of fact, at least a mystique. So I can go figure out why I should be playing this game, why you should be playing this game, and why we should be checking out Sandland when it drops. But like I said, the stat were pretty cool. 15 minutes or so just BSing around and getting in, getting used to Sandland in the world. But towards the end, I got to beat up on more bandits and bosses in real-time fights where I could punch, kick, and jump for some cool combos. But if you hold down the punch button, you can charge a swing that stuns an enemy, which is really cool if you can time it with your other combos. And on top of that, there's a little circle, a little radio wheel of special abilities, like this dope energy blast that takes out a whole group. It's kind of similar to when Miles, did the little and broke everybody away from me in Insomniac Spider-Man. But y'all know what I'm saying. And it was all pretty fun, but I gotta say, I didn't leave the demo. I didn't leave PAX East dying to dive back into Sandland because we still have games like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma, Rise of the Ronin, and Stellar Blade, which shares the same release date, I believe, as Sandland. But I will say, I did leave wanting to buy the game, thinking about the game, and I was telling myself, like, this game is getting bought and played after we beat Rebirth. But nonetheless, it's still getting purchased. I worry that the full game, despite maybe having cool stuff to find, like the great combos, like the really cool vehicles, it may be slow for some folks who want something a little more fast-paced or really action-packed. Don't get me wrong, deserts can be cool. Just look at Journey, Stable, Mad Max, and even Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain. They all use sand in a way that's either full of secrets or great for messing around with weird tech. And even though the Sandland demo isn't the final product, it should make you want to play more, right? All I really did was take down health bars and do typical RPG exploring in a little, I won't even say boring, but kind of a boring desert. But the exclusive gameplay at PAX does just that. It makes you want to explore the desert. It makes you want to explore the dungeons, even go back to fight some of those towers. And then the devs even said that there will be more exciting stuff later than what you saw during the demo. And I can confirm that it will have more exciting stuff inside the game outside of the demo that you've seen. But if I had to have, a drawback or something to really nitpick on, it is the vehicle customization, which I didn't get to try. Overall, Sandland is a game that I will be grabbing on April 25th, 2024, but I'm not sure if I'll be playing on a release date or not. You guys gotta let me know in the comment section below if you're grabbing a copy of Sandland or not. But nonetheless, make sure you subscribe for more gaming and everything godly. I'll see y'all next time.